Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with the big bro, Andre Jalil, the cousin, Rick the Ruler, my homeboy, Regular Joe. How y'all doing, man? It's been a minute. How y'all feeling? Talk to me.
Doing good, man. Feel good, man, to be back on the podcast with y'all. I swear to God. Word mother.
Word mother, right? How you feeling, man? What about the rest of y'all? Talk to me, man.
It's not swear to God. It's swear for God. Swear for God.
Swear for God, man.
Swear for
good. Word mother.
That's
You
what's
already
up.
know.
How you feeling, cuz? How you doing?
It feels good. I tell you, because long before the Knicks were doing well, everybody knew that I was a Knicks fan. So now they're doing well. Yo, I get love all over now. They were like, yo, they doing well. I'm like, yeah. Had to happen sooner or later, right?
Had to happen sooner or later, man. Thank God. I mean, it feels good to be a Knicks fan right now.
It feels good. Yeah.
It feels good to be a Knicks fan, man. Shout out to the chat. RBL Basketball said, "Welcome back, bros. Been a while. I got jokes lined up for the show. Had me waiting. Looking forward to it, man. Jeez.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I mean, listen. Well, it's been a while. We had a lot to talk about. Like we've missed a lot. So let's
Actually, it's not a lot to talk about. We winning. That's it.
I mean, let's show respect to, because it's the last time we did a show. RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly were Knicks, so they're not anymore.
Yes,
so
sir.
Let's say our farewell to our young ones. You know what I'm saying? Our young bulls who.
What was I? How was I feeling about RJ?
Let's not do this right now.
No,
RJ's actually doing well over there. He's actually doing well over there.
Why would the Knicks get rid of RJ Barrett?
It was a window thing, man. It's a window. We'll get into that.
What was it your boy was saying? RJ was gonna be an all-star?
Oh no.
Listen,
I'm just asking. I kind of
when you're a Knicks fan, you have high hopes, man. What can we say?
Not for nothing. Y'all was doing the same thing with Frank.
I never said Frank was gonna be all-star though.
You didn't say that.
I was a big fan. I was a big fan of Frank.
Frank out there. Frank looked real.
Frank now he still looked like a two-legged spider out there. He
still looked like he should have been picked second round.
Oh no.
It's funny. I was actually talking yesterday about that the Phil Jackson era. And I was still so mad. The first thing that pissed me off about that firing was, I'm like, if you're gonna fire him, why fire him 2 days after the draft? Like, if this clearly was something y'all spoke about before, so why let him draft? So that you draft Frank Ntilikina over Donovan Mitchell and a bunch of other guys, and then whatever. History's history. Anyway, the fact that we don't have to talk about that kind of history anymore,
right?
RBL said,
I was just about to say,
last time you did a
killing
show,
the vibes.
He said last time you did a show, Concord 11s was in play for Randall. Wow.
Concord 11.
Listen, speaking of Randall, shout out to Randall. Get well soon. He fell. And
shout out to three-time All-Star
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle, word.
3-time All-Star Julius Randle. Get well soon. I think it's 2 to 3 week timeline for him to be back from the
evaluation.
For the evaluation. It might be like a week or two after that. You never know. Which is why games like last night's game, which is at the time that we're recording this, LA players last night in the Garden, and it wasn't really the prettiest game in the fourth quarter. First 3 quarters looked pretty decent, neck and neck. But fourth quarter, they shut down the person that they were supposed to shut down when there's only one guy to worry about. You know what I mean? So it was rough to watch. Oh man, I didn't want to see that. That hurt me. Wow, my Lakers won. All right, listen, y'all.
That's like they won the battle, but they ain't win the war type of thing.
Yeah, go ahead. You got that one. You can take that one.
They did a good job. They had one person they had to focus on.
Yeah, man.
Y'all also won the in-season tournament.
Yeah, you sure did win the in-season tournament.
And that ain't do too much for y'all. So.
Right.
The Lakers gonna have their feet up this postseason.
It's fine. I mean, we don't want to resort to the excuses like, we were missing this guy, that guy. The Lakers did what they're supposed to do against the team that they played.
PJ, what up?
And hey, PJ, what up? My guy, Porto. Phil Porto from the Morning Brew crew. My guys are in the building. He said they're gonna hang a bit.
Yeah. Hey, Phil. Phil. Hey, hold up, guys. Phil. Good stuff on SNY the other day, brother.
Yeah,
that was dope.
Stuff.
Yes, for sure.
That was dope.
Yo, these guys been working,
Phil,
man.
Bro.
Shout out to Phil. Shout out to the Morning Brew crew. They've been working, man, and I'm really proud of. I'm just happy to say I know these guys. That's it. I'm happy to know these guys.
I know him.
He said, I know this guy. I had a cigar with that.
That's how I was when I was watching. I was like, oh, I know that
dude. For real. I know that dude.
Yo, Lonnie, what's up with the recaps? I know you had the play reviews. Those was dope. I want to see some more of those. I don't know if you got more of them joints.
What's going on, Lonnie? My guy. Yeah, we're gonna have Lonnie on more of those. We're gonna get those going again because that was dope. That was a little trial.
Yeah, I kid you not. I kid you not, guys. When I see him on SNY, I was like, that dude gave me a whiskey recommendation.
I said,
personally?
I had a cigar with that guy. That was dope, man. For real. But yeah, and Lonnie says, I got you. I would love to do more of those. For sure. I mean, don't even worry about that. We got those in the works. Now that we back going, we got things going again. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna cover the week.
Let's bust through these topics, man.
Of course, real quick, just to talk about the games that we had this week. Of course, we played
Indiana.
Monday at first. We played Charlotte. We bust their ass.
Bust their ass. You know what I'm saying?
Bust their ass at our crib over there in Charlotte.
At the crib over there in Charlotte. Bust their ass. There was a bunch of Knicks fans building over there, dude.
It usually is, man.
It's all New Yorkers out there. Charlotte is just all New Yorkers move south.
It's all New Yorkers that move down south. That's really all it is out here, and I'm here. Trust me, I know for sure. It was. The vibes were immaculate, of course. I wasn't there for that second game. I was there for the first game against the Knicks, but like I said, I wish I was there for this one.
The tickets expensive for those Knicks?
Nah, it's just. I mean, when you play good teams, they're more expensive than usual. But no, it wasn't that crazy. It's not that crazy.
So we bust their ass. Then we had who? The Pacers.
No, then we played the Jazz. That was a fun game.
What's the name got out of pocket? What's that crazy?
I liked it. Yeah, Colin Sexton.
Yeah,
I like that. I wanted to talk about that.
Colin, young bull, poked the bear.
He was doing too much.
He poked the bear, and it was funny because, like I said, once I saw it happen, I said, "Oh boy," because usually the Knicks have slow starts sometimes. They're notorious for not having not super slow starts, but they're not coming out the gate firing all the time. If they do,
but can I say this?
They got that game.
I say this right now? We playing without four players. We got four people.
Facts. Exactly. And that was
keep that in mind. All these games, these last 4 games.
The last 2 games in particular, we were out 4 guys,
and 3 of them started.
Because we dropped Q Grimes. How's he doing? He gonna be back?
We don't know yet. They haven't really gave him.
Ain't say nothing. So we down 4 players.
Yeah, we down. Of course, we down Mitch. Who knows when he might be back sometime next month, I'd say.
We've been down Mitch. We down Julius. We down OG.
OG, who's possibly the best defender in the league, if we're really being honest.
Who got the doors? Ricky, you ain't
top 3. Let's say top 3.
Yo, this dude can't be serious.
I ain't hear him all day, Joe, and he like this. Oh, you doing a podcast?
Yeah, he's a menace, y'all. He
really my God, I'm crying. So Phil says, nah,
I'm sorry,
injury. It's all good, bro. Don't worry about it.
If it gets
crazy, I think. I mean, it's been enough. Let's be honest. He is the most tradable player in our rotation.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Please talk about it.
Like, if you trade this dude, all right. So let's just go back a little bit, right? Like, if we trade this dude, like, it needs to be for something real. right?
Right, because he got a ratchet and he defends.
Yeah, like, and he's your best outside of whatever draft capital you got. He's your best
asset
trade chip right now. Yeah. So it's got to be for something real. Like, it can't be for, like, don't trade him for Bruce Brown, please.
I don't want Bruce Brown at all. I don't like that idea. I don't like that at all.
You don't want your brother?
I thought you liked him.
I thought that I keep getting shit. People be like this, yo, Bruce Brown. I'd be like, shut up, bitch. But
the Knicks have a lot of like, I know a lot of people want a trade to happen, but I think it's like kind of tricky. Like, for example, if you trade this guy like for Bruce Brown, let's just throw hypotheticals out there, right? If you trade him for Bruce Brown,
I don't like that.
Right? Like, that means that you're going to be playing Bruce Brown and Josh Hart together. Right? Like, that spacing is a little wonky. If you trade him for a guy like Brogdon, obviously it works, right? Because Brogdon is an elite shooter.
Right.
But, like, I just feel like if you trade him for Brogdon, you lose defense, right? Like, a lot of defense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I thought Brogdon's supposed to be a 3-and-D guy, no?
Any guy that we've been rumored to trade him for, any of the guys that we've been rumored to trade him for, we'd be losing defense outside of DeJounte Murray, which is not happening.
Well, but even DeJounte, like, what?
I was gonna say, isn't it DeJounte?
DeJounte.
So DeJounte Murray, right? He once upon a time was all team defense, right? But he has not been that guy or anything remotely close to that.
Right.
Like,
true.
For a very long time. So Fred Katz talked about this, and Fred Katz was saying basically, like, he talked about what's called personnel scouting, right? And basically, personnel scouting is nothing like the regular scouting that we're used to, right? Like, your personnel scout's not going to games or like watching players or anything like that. Like, the personnel scout is more like an investigative job.
Right.
So his job is to go around and talk to people who are close to DeJounte, talk to people who know things about DeJounte. And the number one thing that the Knicks are going to try to probably figure out with DeJounte is, okay, this guy was an all-team defense. His defense is falling off a cliff. Why has it fallen off a cliff? Right? Is it because he got paid? Is it because he's taking on a more offensive load? So, he's kind of taking off that end of the floor. Is it because he can't defend like that anymore? Like, those are questions that the Knicks are going to have to get answered before they make a trade for him. And I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like if you're not getting all defense DeJounte Murray coming back in the trade, then I don't know if it's worth it.
My concern with the DeJounte Murray move is number one is the cost more than anything. If we even would have enough from what they're looking for and from what it sounds like, there are suitors out there that probably would have more or better packages than what we have outside of Grimes and a bunch of firsts. You know what I'm saying? And are we willing to give that up? Is that what we've been waiting for? Right. Another thing with Grimes is, to me, you held him out of the Donovan Mitchell trade, and that was the holdup.
Yeah.
So now to let him go for, basically the names that we've been hearing, none of those names add up to, even including DeJounte Murray, none of those names add up to Donovan Mitchell, right? So now we're at a point where his value has dropped to now he's coming off the bench now. He's not even a starter. You know what I'm saying? So now that's what we have to trade him for. Like, it's looking like a second unit guy. So, okay, cool. The guys that we're looking at, we're talking about Jordan Clarkson, you're talking about Malcolm Brogdon, you're going to get offense and you're going to lose defense. You gotta own up to that, and that's cool, whatever. Like, at this point, we're not gonna find Emmanuel quickly, and we have to be okay with that, guys. Like,
that's very true.
We're not gonna find them. He's not out there. Emmanuel quickly is not out there, and gonna want to.
He's one of one.
Yes, he's one of one. That's it. So quickly's gone. The guys that are out there unfortunately, are guys that we're gonna have to give me one, whether it's gonna be a lot of offense. And the problem right now hasn't been scoring per se. It's just where the shots are gonna come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I'm more worried about shot creation than just points all around. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys can score. You know, they find, you know, if they move the ball enough, they can find a way to score. But if you find that right team, kind of like last night, like, he got something to say about it, apparently. He's saying facts. That's what he's saying. I promise you. I swear he's saying facts. I'm Dr. Doolittle over here. I guarantee that's what he said.
I'm gonna just mute this for a minute. Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm saying is the guys that are out there, whether it's, you know, I don't personally see DeJounte Murray happening. Personally, I don't think that the Hawks want Grimes, Fournier, and a bunch of firsts. I don't think that's like what they would be waiting out for. If they had no other option, if he forced a trade, then that's something different. But I don't feel like that's the situation over there right now. But Clarkson, Brogdon, I'm more of a Brogdon guy. Not that I think Brogdon's the answer. You know what I'm saying? But he also did beat out.
I don't like Brogdon for Grom.
Beat out quickly for the 6
man.
Yeah,
he did beat out quickly for 6 man of the year last year. So I mean, he is
that was cap. That was cap.
Whether it's cap or not, he was in the running. He was in the running, which means he's a really good 6 man. I mean, Clarkson as well. He also 6 man a year. Doesn't he have one or two of those?
Clarkson got a couple, or at least one. He lead the bench. He lead bench scorers in points this year. He averaged like almost 20 a game off the bench. Right. I mean, Clarkson's excellent.
Man, I mean, like I said, I like Clarkson, but he's a little bit too ISO-y for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we want.
Nah, bro, that's what you need though. In the playoffs?
Yeah, no. You do need that. You need the shot creation, but
when the rubber hits the road, you need a guy that's a bucket, bro.
But we don't need Jordan Poole kind of thing going on.
But he's not Jordan Poole though. Jordan Poole is the most unserious player in the NBA.
He's not. Bro. I mean, yeah, that's a terrible comparison because he just doesn't care. He just truly doesn't care. But I don't know. That's just me. I gave my spiel. Let me know how y'all feel. Talk to me.
Jordan Poole got punched and lost his scruples, bro.
I don't think the punch was it, bro. I think we're seeing Jordan Poole. We're seeing who Jordan Poole is, and I think that's why they traded him right after they paid him. Personally, I think that's just
RBL. Nobody wants Fournier, but everybody wants a $19 million
expiring contract. Yes.
But can I ask you guys something? Here's how I feel. Looking at how good the Knicks have been doing this, even with the guys that's missing, do we actually need a trade? Is that? I mean, I think because everybody's speculating that for the playoffs.
That's a fair question.
I think for the playoffs, you're saying you need more, but we're doing really well.
This is my problem.
Go ahead, Kat.
This is my problem.
Kat.
When Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson don't have the ball and are not on the floor, there's no shot creation going on. The ball goes from left to right, left to right. No one can really penetrate. No one can get a shot on their own. Now, I love Deuce. Deuce has been I love what Deuce has been.
That boy got a ratchet too.
He got a ratchet too. But it's the shot creation. It's being able to create a shot that we don't have, that we used to have in quickly, even in RJ that we had. There was some bit of they can get their own bucket there. We lost all of that in one trade.
Yeah.
So salute.
That was the worst part of that trade, losing quickly.
Right.
RJ, like I was good either way, but IQ was like when I heard that, I was hit, man. I was like, dang, because he finds a way. Like he gets defense to just pay so much attention to him that he could hit him with an assist, or he could just take the shot. His floater, wasn't what it was earlier on, but like I don't know, man. I miss that guy.
Yeah.
And finding someone like y'all said, finding someone like him is just not gonna happen.
Yeah, he's one of one, bro. Even if you look at the numbers, what he brought for your team offensively and defensively, like you don't find a guy like that, like just sitting on the bench waiting.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people out here, since the Knicks been, 14-2, 14-3 now since the trade.
Right.
There's a lot of people out here talking about Emmanuel who, but hey, let me tell you something, y'all.
Stop it.
We sure as hell could use a guy like that right now, bro.
Yeah. So
here's I think that Knicks fans won't feel it until they feel it.
Until we get in the playoffs. If we don't make a move right now, we get in the playoffs and we run into a situation where Julius isn't really doing well and they can double on Brunson. And we start to see kind of what we saw last night where they took the ball out of Brunson's hands and they made Josh Hart the shooter. And it got to the point where the beauty of their defense last night wasn't just doubling Brunson. Because, all right, cool. That's one action. The second action was having AD in the paint. So Josh Hart, who can't shoot and primarily gets all his buckets at the rim, what was he gonna do? He was gonna attack on AD all night long. No,
you got working them teardrops.
I mean teardrops.
Bro, Josh,
at the same time, but we're talking about AD. He's not just a shot blocker. He's a great defender, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Josh Hart's shot he's not as bad of a shooter though, guys.
I don't know what's going on.
His shot is falling off of a cliff.
It's I don't know what it is. I think
it's his confidence though, because whenever
he doesn't. It's definitely his confidence.
It's confidence.
He don't believe in it. He doesn't believe in. He don't believe in the shot at all.
He doesn't believe in the shot at all, and it's painful to see. It's really, really painful to see because sometimes it's like, yo, you have like last night, LeBron was literally leaving him open. Like, cool. Like, go ahead. We want him to beat
LeBron
us.
Know it. If anybody knows it,
if anyone knows it, LeBron knows it. We want him to beat us. Go ahead. Give him the ball every single time. If he beats us, cool. I mean, Brunson still had 36, 10, and 6, which is crazy while being double. But at the same time, this can't be every game. Now, there were some people that were saying like, well, now the verdict is out in the Knicks and everyone's gonna know how to defend us. Not everybody has an AD. No. So now
not everybody has LeBron.
Not everybody has a LeBron. Even if you double Brunson, you still got to worry about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have that team that they had. They got smart defenders that the Lakers had that other teams don't have.
I know you were saying not to make excuses, but like the facts are we were missing a ton of people that if they were there, the Lakers were only missing one
double
person.
them. You can't double them.
They were only missing one person. We were missing 3 of our starters. Mm-hmm. So Jalen wouldn't have had all that weight on him because Julius is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right? OG would have been a problem.
Yep.
So it's just like I'm okay with this loss. Like I saw y'all.
And you know the Knicks are
the facts that like everyone was saying, oh, the NBA is scripted. Gotta let King James win. But like they beat them. They beat them.
But the Knicks are not gonna do every night though.
What's that?
Knicks are not going to shoot 10 of 35.
I'm saying they had a bad shooting day. Both teams look bad in the beginning.
They missed shots. They just missed shots.
7 minutes of non-scoring.
But the reason why they shot 10 of 35 is because no OG Anunoby.
Yep.
And no Quentin Grimes.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Those are 2 of your better shooters, and both guys were in streak.
Like you said, Ricky, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Yeah,
I'm good with that loss.
The main reason why I was upset with that loss is because I wanted 10 straight. I just wanted to
I wanted 10 straight, and I can't stand the fucking Lakers.
Yeah,
it would have been the first. Yeah, it'd have been the first 10-game win streak since the 90s. Knicks tape.
Oh,
Woody,
2013.
We had one with Thibodeau.
No.
Tibbs got 3 9-game win streaks.
Nah, he got
really.
The 10 was by Mike Woodson.
Yeah, Tibbs got 3 9-game win streaks.
2012,
get this though, guys.
When was the last time Tom Thibodeau had a 10-game win streak?
Tibbs is the first. Bro, Tibbs is the first coach since Red Holzman to have 3 separate 9-game win streaks.
That's wild.
The first Knicks coach since Red Holzman.
Yo, Phil has a great point here. He says, "Screw it, wait for buyouts if we ain't getting a needle mover," and that's another move that I think we could like on the sly make.
Yeah,
like Lowry's a move. Lowry's a move. I'd pick him up. Like now he's not an answer, but I'd pick Lowry up for the bench, bro.
Can't stand that guy.
Whether you can't stand him or not, bro, he's a guy that you want on your team in the playoffs. You saw what he did to us last year.
Yeah, probably.
You saw what he did to us last year in the playoffs just by being there. He didn't even look at his numbers. His numbers were shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, just by him being there, his presence and knowing how to get into people's skin, and like, listen, I'm telling you, if you can pick him up off waivers, like real quick, not waivers or whatever else, just pick him up, like without really spending nothing but a little bit of cash for that dude, and then you just throw him on your bench, and then even if we don't end up not trading Grimes, that's even better because now we're putting him out there instead of Malachi Flynn. That's me. That's the comparison that I'm looking at. I don't give a damn how much I like him. I want to see, all right, who am I going to put out there? Malachi Flynn or Kyle Lowry? I'm leaning towards Kyle Lowry more often than not, bro. That's just me. So that's
guys,
just how I'm looking at it.
I hope you don't have to.
You know how with the Knicks, right? We always talk about the possession battle.
Mm-hmm.
So the Knicks took 100 shots against the Lakers last night.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many shots the Lakers took last night?
How much?
They had it.
80 shots.
I love it. I love it.
If the Knicks made shots,
if they hit shots, all they have to do is make shots.
Yeah.
And I mean, they typically do.
Took 20 more shots than the Lakers.
That's wild.
That's wild, bro.
That is wild.
I thought we had a 10-game win streak in there. It says 9. Like you said, it showed about like 4 of them shits.
Yo, man, you went and
asked
Google.
You got 3 9-game win streaks.
Ask Google.
You don't need Google. You got Joe right here.
You got Joe right there.
That's why you got me, bro.
Yo, how do you think Joe got here?
If he say it, I'm rocking with
How did Joe get here?
He a whiz with numbers.
Every single time we was doing the show, we was like, yo, what was it? Yo, Joe, you in the chat?
Yeah.
Every single time. Every single time.
But bro,
there, bro.
So if you ask me something, like I might not know it, but I'm literally telling Dre like what it is. that should tell you. That should tell you. If I'm telling you, bro, that means that I know.
That means you know for sure.
You knew it.
Yeah, for sure.
My bad.
Shout out to my guy IP Star. What's going on, my G's? So yeah, man.
Right, so my bad. Go ahead.
Talk to me, Dre.
No. I was saying I know
we hear your voice today. Go ahead, talk to me.
No, we were talking about how the teams we went up against Jazz, we had to bust that ass.
Right.
Old young boy over there was talking fly shit.
Colin Sexton. Yeah, Colin
Sexton. I think he was doing a little bit too much.
The Nova Mafia.
And you know what I don't understand? Like when young dudes that like lack that respect, it's almost like, dude, like you ain't even show no respect, like kind of.
Yeah. Yo, and you
like,
seen it in Jalen. You seen it in Jalen. Jalen was gonna ignore him, but then when
Jalen was like,
he was like, and I was when I saw him do that, I said, bro, you don't woke up the whole Nova game. You didn't even know.
He over here like, yo, dude, I handle dudes bigger, faster, better than you. You ain't here talking like you gonna intimidate Jalen.
And the thing is, it's like the Four Brothers. You remember that movie? You mess with one of them, you got to deal with the rest of them.
Yeah, bro. I've been on him, bro. I'd have found him. I'd have been a flagrant one.
And if you remember the next game, Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, he did the dunk, and then he got all in his face, and then Dante DiVincenzo pushed him, and they teched him. Yeah. I said they didn't learn.
Yeah, the Nova Mafia be forming Voltron.
They really don't. And it's the crazy thing is, Dante went crazy in the first quarter, and he played terrible for the rest of the game, but he did hit a crucial shot toward the end. But at the end of the day, they were supposed to win that game. That was the first game that Grimes was out, I believe. So it wasn't just OG and Julius that we were missing. It was Grimes as well, who was like a big part of our second unit.
And I think that's what made the streak so special because we didn't even have our main guys like that. So I mean, it was just like, man, we could not lose. Yeah, man.
Personally, I'm glad that we still made it a tough game. Like what did we lose? What did we lose last night? Like 4 points?
113 or 108, 106. 105.
We had them too, man.
105.
Yeah, 113, 105. We lost by 8.
We had them too.
Yeah, we had them. I mean, let's be honest, man. If there was just one change in that lineup, because everybody's like, well, you take Josh Hart out. Who you gonna put in there?
Yeah.
We ain't got nobody.
We don't got that's what I was saying. We're already short staffed. Like, come on.
Short staff. Like, I mean, like I get it. I get
What'd
it.
you say they
Yo,
were
did
saying
you see
online,
it?
Josh? You was like, now they asking for they asking for what's his name job now? They talk about Tibbs need to go now. 9-game
Oh,
winning streak. Now we lose one, and now Tibbs
We
gotta
lost
go.
that because Tibbs. I think everybody was mad because Tibbs didn't make that adjustment, and that's why they were saying he gotta go.
What adjustment?
Yeah,
what was
Right.
that?
Well,
where they
who's gonna
stand.
go in there?
No, Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride was the guy. You should have put Deuce in there.
Oh my God! Come on.
But this is what I'm saying. Like Deuce is gonna be in there, and when Deuce is in there, he can literally only play guard one position, maybe two.
Maybe two. Yeah, I'll say two. He guards two
Maybe
positions.
He can guard two positions. But I mean, like outside of knocking shots down, I understand it.
But he wasn't even having a good game. I felt like if he was having a good game, maybe, but like he was off all night. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Tough. It was
Can we
tough.
talk about the Pacers game?
Yeah, let's
talk
about the Pacers game. Talk about the Pacers.
Can we talk about that? So
we had to get that one, boy, because that was what's his name?
That was my
favorite
win of the season so far. My favorite win.
I'm about to say whoever.
Obi wasn't getting a lot of minutes. What was up with that?
He got some crucial minutes down the stretch because he did hit that open three, which was, you know what I mean, everybody was like,
Obi played 22 minutes. He was 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line.
Wasn't he getting something like that with the Knicks? How many was he was getting 20, 15 minutes?
He's never playing 22 minutes.
Blocks.
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau was not playing him no 22 minutes over here.
Yeah, he wasn't playing 22 minutes.
He was not getting 22 nothing over here.
Maybe Julius was out.
Yeah, maybe when
Julius was playing 22.
Out.
Yeah, that would meant Julius was playing 26. That wasn't gonna happen.
You know he wasn't having that. He was like, "We up 20. Julius, get in there."
I do actually want to shout out that, you know, because I was looking at the stats of that game, and Precious Achiuwa had the most minutes.
Achiuwa?
Game.
I was gonna say Achiuwa.
Achiuwa. However, bro, come on, man.
Bless you.
Come on, thank you.
Bless you, Achiuwa. Bless you.
We call him the big sneeze around here, bro.
Call him the big sneeze. They're gonna call him. I feel awkward calling him Precious, but
bro,
whatever.
That's his name, bro.
I get it.
That's his name. If that wasn't his name, I'd be like, you know,
stop it.
That's an awkward name. I'd be like, yo, come here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, if I knew you and like it was only me and you in the house, I'm like, yo, P. Like I'm not calling you Precious.
Yeah, I'm not calling you Precious.
Yeah. Yo, P. I'm sorry, bro. I can't do it.
Just in case anybody hears me.
Yo, Presh. Come
here. Yo, Presh. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, shout out to P, my boy.
Big Sneeze. Shout out to the Big Sneeze.
The Big Sneeze, man. Coming back home because he is also he's not from obviously he's from Africa, but
so you said what was your favorite part? So your favorite part was of the Pacers game. What was your favorite part of that game?
My favorite part of the Pacers game?
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite part was the entire game because the refs was ass that game. They were ass, and we had to grind that whole entire game out. In the fourth quarter, when he put Jalen back in, because he sat Jalen for like the first few minutes, because he knew he was gonna have to play him for the rest of the game, and it was a run that Jalen went on that was just crazy, and I was just like, yo, this dude is special, man. Like watching him play and do this kind of shit every single night is ridiculous. Whether he's having a good night or not, when the lights is on and it's time for clutch moments, he does that all the time, bro. That's just what he does. This is what he does. But I can't think of it of this exact moment. I know
I got so many, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's moments, like, you know what I mean. Go ahead.
Like, yo, the Precious block on one end. He had the block on one end. I can't remember who it was. He had the block on one end, and then he ran down and got the tip in.
Oh yeah. Yep, that play.
And that was that moment where he was yelling. Him and Hartenstein, they look like psychos.
I'd be like, bro, calm down, bro.
It was a hype moment though, because he worked for it.
That was good.
Bro, I honestly, I was acting a fool, bro. I forgot I was a grown man, bro.
I was at the full that game. I was at because it was also as that was the game that Jalen was announced as a All-Star reserve. Yeah. Shout out to Jalen for his first All-Star selection. But
it's playing on my TV right now, on my laptop right now. Oddly enough,
that's crazy. It was just. You laugh too stupid. Dre's stupid. It was a special game, bro, and it felt crazy because there was a lot of plays like that. The obvious play with what's his name, Nemhard. He hit Jalen in the face, and dude went up and grabbed the ball.
No, that was Nemhard hit him, and then Jalen Green had the dunk.
Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith had the dunk.
Jalen Smith, my fault.
So I was like, bro, like, how did y'all not see that? Like, what game were y'all watching? Like, there was so many times in that game, like, when he fouled out Neesmith and he started yelling at the crowd, like, I was like, yo, I was yelling in the house, bro. I was yelling.
That was definitely probably one of my second favorite part. Yeah. You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why though. So JD got this thing that he do, right? Mm-hmm. Where he gets like when he knows he's gonna get an N1, like so he does that move right where he like does the rip through and he knows that the whistle's gonna get blown, and he puts up the floater, and when he puts it up, when he knows it's going in, he already starts walking to the baseline. You know exactly what I'm talking about because he does it all the time. Yeah. He already starts walking to the baseline.
Mad smooth. I'm like, yo, this dude's he's like one of those like low key shit talkers, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when I seen him shoot the shot and I seen him already start walking to the baseline, I knew it was going in.
Yeah.
Then when he and it's crazy because the ball just happened to go through the net and land in his hand, and he's like, get him the fuck out of here.
And that was he fouled them out. Yo, I loved it, bro, because I ain't gonna lie. First half, Aaron Neesmith was killing us. He was killing us, and I was like, yo, we could really use OG Anunoby, bro. Like for real. Yo, you're not lying about that. That is also a weird name, bro. I'm sorry, bro. What is his first name? We gotta find him a better name, bro. Nah, we really don't know his first name. We just know that
that's it. Let me see if I can find it here.
His name could just be Nemhard, bro. That's just wild, bro.
Andrew.
We call him Andrew.
Andrew's his first name.
My god, yeah.
These parents be wild. Anyway,
that's his last name. He don't got no choice.
That's right.
I'm gonna choke just now, bro.
Yo, so all right. My thing is that game also.
Hold on, y'all. Note to self: don't drink and then look at the comment section.
No, never. Never.
Why?
Because I almost killed myself.
Yeah, you'll die.
Right? Nah, they a while there. They a while there. Usually it's just how it is. So this is just a crazy name show. Like Precious Nemhard is kind of. Imagine that being your first last name.
Damn.
Precious Nemhard.
That's a complete sentence.
Chill. He said Precious and Nemhard.
Precious and Nemhard.
Hey, yo.
Like what? Precious and Nemhard.
What are we doing? Oh my god. All right. Anyway, like I said, that game, I don't even know, bro. Like, I don't know. That they just got a lot of weird names on that team in general. They got a lot of weird names. Because Halliburton is not just your normal name either. No. But speaking of Halliburton, he actually missed the I think it was like the last few minutes of the fourth. No, the entire fourth and the last few minutes of the third, because his hamstring injury, and he's trying to play 65 games so that he's still eligible to be MVP candidate. Which is like, bro, like if you got to miss games, just miss games. Personally, because it's like you're not gonna get the MVP.
He want to play, man.
You're not getting MVP.
Not just that, any award though, bro. Like all team NBA, like all of that stuff is on the line. It's not just MVP.
Oh, so. It's not. It's all of them. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. You know, I mean,
NBA. all team defense, any of that stuff. Like any individual award, bro.
He definitely do. Did y'all see what the hell he was wearing when he
Nah.
came to the bro? I wish I could find it right now. I don't even want to take the time to look for it. But he was looking crazy. He was looking. It looked like a futuristic, like silver platinum suit. I'm like, yo, what? And he had the belt tied tight to his waist around the whole jacket. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
I know I'm about to look this up, right?
Who's this?
Tyrese Halliburton. He was looking crazy. I'm like, yo, these dudes be wilding with this dressing stuff. But anyway,
he is star now, so you know.
Yeah, he's gonna start doing crazy stuff. It's kind of like
Mo Williams. Wasn't he just on the podcast talking about that? He said, "Yo, they got to bring the dress code back." He was like, "These dudes is doing too much."
Yeah, they be bugging. They be bugging.
He was on PG-13 joint talking about that. He was like, "Yo," he's like, "They got to bring the dress code back because these cats." He said, "What's the name walking around in a bubble?"
Yeah, man, it's kind of stupid.
He was like, save that for Fashion Week in New York City. He was like, yo, you coming to the game. He was like, how you even hang that up? In the
where do you put that?
Yeah, where you put that in the locker room?
Bro, I don't know. Sometimes I don't really understand. Shout out to my man State. My guy. Shout out to you. And also, you know what I mean, condolences to you as well, my brother. Like I said, I know you're trying to get past it. You don't want people to keep bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to say too much, but just know.
We're going to say hi, Uncle Josh, real quick.
Hey, is that the niece? Hi.
Right there. Look at the camera.
Look at the camera. Hi, Lyric.
What's going on, Lyric?
What's up? What you doing?
She going to bed now. You're going to bed, right?
Bedtime. She got the Spider-Man outfit on. That's what I'm talking about. Look at my little gorgeous niece. Man, I got to come up there, man. Why are you doing this in the middle of the show? You're distracting me now. I can't even think about what you're talking about.
Dang, she looking more.
I miss you. I know she like, oh, miss you, Lyric. Love you. See you later. Bye-bye. She like, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Why? Where you guys going?
Like, where you guys going? Where you guys going? Anyway, so yeah, man. So the last thing I did want to talk about before we got out of here is, if you didn't know, a lot of the guys that are on the, the trade, I guess the trade deadline rumor mill, are Clutch clients, especially the ones that we're rumored to be interested in.
Oh nah.
So
I just seen the Halliburton outfit.
You see it, right? You see what he look like? Just like RBL said, he dresses like he's in the Great Gatsby. For real. Like, what are you wearing, bro? You look crazy.
Yeah, this outfit is zesty as hell, bro.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Now
Like,
I gotta look it up.
What is he doing? He looks crazy. He looks crazy.
This dude got a leather coat on with the belt.
With the belt tied around the waist, like tight. Like no more links. Anyway, bro. Like
he trying to accentuate his hips.
Yo, now that I think about it, that's exactly how a woman would tie around her jacket. Like exactly that way, bro.
To give herself a shape. Is that what he's trying to do?
I don't know. The whole suit looked crazy because he had the broad shoulders on it and all of that. It started to look like a whole outfit, like some futuristic shit. But anyway, like I said, DeJounte Murray, I believe Malcolm Brogdon did as well. Is Jordan Clarkson also a Clutch client? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check this because
it's not so bad.
Let me see. Clutch Sports and an NBA client. Let me see. Because to me, it seemed like damn near all of the Rich Paul.
Everybody's with Rich Paul that they're interested in.
Yeah, everybody they're interested in is in of course Zach LaVine, clearly, and he was,
Jordan Clarkson is Clutch.
Jordan Clarkson is Clutch. I believe Malcolm Brogdon also is Clutch. Is that the truth? Let me see. It's not saying it on this article here. Let me see. Where's the list? Come on.
Halliburton can't dress for shit. I'm looking at all his outfits. He's like the worst.
he's really trying to step out, his little box, but he's doing too much. Malcolm Brogdon also is one as well. So we had to talk to them, and eventually, I don't know if anyone knows, but supposedly, I might be wrong, but I believe Rich Paul used to work for CAA. Is that the truth, Joe? I think Rich Paul worked for CAA, and he left and made his own agency or whatever. Yeah, and then I think LeBron was his first, I guess, guy, something like that. Something like that, I believe. And then the rumor is that supposedly, allegedly, I don't know how true this is, but allegedly, the guys at CAA, like Leon and some of those guys, we don't know if it was Leon, but we're just saying CAA guys were saying things about him, saying that he wasn't really a great agent to certain people, to certain clients. Like, he's not really a good agent. After LeBron, he'll be out of here, stuff like that. So rightfully so, Rich Paul didn't want any of his clients going to New York when he signed here. So
so what happened now? Like, what's the
what?
Like, how did that like really end? Is there like a reason that happened? With do you know? Do we know for sure, or
we don't know why? Is there a reason why? What happened? Why he left?
No. Why he? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm jumping ahead. Like, how it happened that would he hate World Wide West or one of these guys, or just something happened in New York? Like,
no, like I said, what happened was he used to work for that agency. And when he left that agency and went with LeBron and started to create his own client list and stuff like that, then they were saying that supposedly guys at CAA were saying bad things about him so that he didn't take their clientele. And he got wind about that and didn't want any of his clients to ever go deal with CAA. And, CAA has, clearly our whole front office is CAA and everyone else. So rightfully so, he didn't want any of his guys to go to New York. And if you remember last year and this year when we were talking about Zach LaVine, he said, or his client, or Rich Paul came out and said, we don't want him going to New York. We don't want him dealing with that. So with all of these guys, DeJounte Murray, Malcolm Brogdon, Jordan Clarkson, all of these guys being clutch. If you want to make your team better before the deadline, you got to talk to these guys. You got to talk to Rich Paul. Like, you have to go through Rich Paul to get to all of these guys. So supposedly, I think Friday before the game versus LA, while they were in town, I guess they had a nice little sit down, and then they got past whatever they, beef that they had previously. So now we can move forward into having some talks about some of these guys. So we'll see prior to the deadline, which is on Thursday, what new rumors come out. The rumor mill starts to go crazy on Mondays. We'll see what happens tomorrow. What conversations I had, but we'll see. Hopefully there's something that we can do to, I know there's people who believe that we shouldn't make a move, but I'm more along that we kind of need some shot creation there. We need something, outside of, especially we don't know how Julius might be out the entire month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we don't want to put all that pressure on Brunson, and then he breaks down by the time Julius even comes back.
That's my biggest fear. It's not just him, but like the team in general, right? Like,
right.
All those guys last night played
a lot of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Precious 43 minutes the other night. Like, come on, like, he doesn't play these.
Brunson 45.
Yeah, just wow.
And what's the name would have played more if he wasn't in foul trouble. Hartenstein, and the dude just came back from an Achilles, so it's
right.
Oh, it's scary, bro.
Yep. And that's the other thing. Like, you're missing big men. So now, do you go get shot creation from in the guard play, or do you go get a big that can score or a wing that can score?
Nah, it's still the guards.
To me, it's still the guards.
I think so.
I won't say I like what we have up front. What we have up front will get us what we need, right? Like Jericho will be serviceable.
He's Taj again too. So right, we always got Taj.
I'm on record calling Jericho trash. I apologize. He played really good ball.
Yeah, I thought he was always pretty good.
Jericho,
I never thought he was great.
Jericho's been in the gym. I've seen a couple videos of Jericho working on things that we probably will never ever see.
Stay in the gym.
Yeah, but nah, I mean, from what I saw, he was doing fades, post fades, and it was looking good. You know what I mean? But that's not the game that they're gonna allow him to play.
Yeah, I've seen him make moves in the game, and I was just like, yo, where'd that come from? But I don't think they're letting him do too much.
Right.
It literally sounds like they tell him go out there, screen, roll, get out of the way. That's what it looks
like. What does that sound like?
You know what he needs? You know what he need to be working on?
What?
There's only one shot he really needs to be working on.
The corner three?
And that's that little 10-foot little floater.
Oh, floater, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when he catch the ball on the roll and you can't get all the way to the basket, he could stop and shoot that like Hartenstein does. That's the shot he needs.
That's the shot. That's all the bigs need. It's just a little, when they dump it into you, let me just start a little float. If your big man can hit a floater, that changes a lot. That changes a whole lot. I mean, but like I said, when it comes to Jericho, it's kind of like the same situation that we heard from Mitch the whole time, and Mitch always complained about they won't let me do this. That I'm just out here for cardio. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't let me do any, creation basically. But
that's cat, bro. That's cat. Get your game up, and you'll be allowed to do things.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's my thing is when you see guys like Hartenstein. And they start doing these things, it's kind of like, all right, you think the coach is saying, Hartenstein, you get to do this, and Mitch, you don't get to do that? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, like, let's be real. When you're multifaceted as a big man, you typically get more chances to play than other big men. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That kind of happens. And
like, say you stink without saying you stink, bro.
Right. But I mean, while we're on the topic, let's be real. We have to bring Isaiah Hartenstein back. He's a free agent this year.
Sure.
But that means we have to make a crucial decision. We just signed Mitch last year. So we got it. Does that mean this summer?
He's not getting that much money. You think he's gonna get way more this time?
I mean, I think if you can get him around 17 mil, if you get rid of, because the problem is it's not the money. I don't think. My question with Isaiah Hartenstein.
I don't think you could pay him that much, bro.
If you get,
I think there's a cap on how much we could pay him. I think it's like 14.7.
Well, see, and that's the case. If that's the case, then you're gonna have to make a move. You're gonna have to make a move. If you can trade, if you have to trade Mitch to do him, to do him? Pause. If you have to trade Mitch to sign him, to keep him long term, do you make that move?
I don't think they would have to do that though, honestly.
What do you think they can do?
There will be a lot of teams that.
What happened to your sound?
What happened?
Dog chewed up the wires.
First thing he went to. He sounded real muffled.
He said, "I see him."
That's what he was barking about. He was like.
Listen, when I bark, he said.
That's what he was barking about. He's like, "Yo, you gonna eat this?"
You gonna eat this?
The headphones are wireless, guys.
Oh, he got all of it then.
I don't know. It just sounds like you in like a bubble or something like that.
Yeah, like you underwater.
Sound like you in space. What you do? You turn the headphones off?
What about right now?
Oh, there you go. Oh, you put it down on something?
My speaker is at the bottom of my phone, and my phone is sitting up. That's why.
There you go. Okay.
Wait. So wasn't it like that the whole time though?
Yeah, but I was not speaking through those speakers. I was speaking through my headphones.
Oh, got you.
I see. Okay.
But after I finish my point, I'll get back. I'll try to figure this headphone thing out. So I was saying, you got to look at. I think that one thing that the Knicks are gonna have to look at when they start like strategizing for this summer is how many teams have cap space, and how many teams need a center.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then they need to kind of figure it out from there, because that's going to determine whether or not somebody's going to be looking to pay him big money or not. Exactly. Right.
Fact.
On top of that, like most people don't want to allocate too much money towards the center position.
Right.
So
unless they absolutely need a center.
Exactly. So I think that I think there's a good chance that 14-15 million dollar range, we could bring him back on that. That's basically the that's what I was trying to get with my point.
Well, my thing is if there's a team out there who sees Hartenstein and understands that the Knicks don't have the money to sign him to the money that they can sign him to, like you get to the point where it's like, I mean, Hartenstein can easily get 20 mil somewhere. Now you put it in Hartenstein's hands to say, hey, we're gonna give you 20. I mean, we're gonna give you 14.5, right? Because that's all we can give you. Or do you take the 20 million from whatever? I mean, any team that has 20 million to allocate towards a big man, when he take that, especially if it's a good team. But that's my worry. My worry is, does Hartenstein want to be here that much that he can take that much of a pay cut?
I think that's the real question.
Yeah, because I think we can figure out how to pay, but will he want to stay here versus taking the money elsewhere?
I think anybody be willing to stay if they want to prioritize winning. If he feels like we're gonna win,
right?
I think he'll want to stay.
Yeah,
because I think he knows, like anybody else knows, that Mitch is always injured.
Right.
So yeah, going to get that time.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. I mean, you know, that was like my only worry is just, you know, what do we do in the off season? I do feel like at some point, if
I'm back, boys, I'm back.
You sound better. You sound better. But I mean, if at some point, if you do want to make a move for a star, especially if that star is someone like an Embiid who's actually hurt right now, it's so scary to have that conversation because as much as you would want an Embiid, like this is once again what you get with Embiid.
This guy's making me nervous, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is what you get with Embiid, bro.
The idea of a trade for him makes me incredibly nervous.
Is that what they're talking about?
It's been. I mean, he's a CAA client. He's been
not anymore.
He's been.
But like this was like the. So you're right. Like this has been a thing for a while, but like this time it was real. I'm just like, okay, bro. And like enough is enough. You know what I mean? Like you can't do this every single year, brother.
Why not?
Why
not? I mean, it makes good conversation. Knicks always got their eye on somebody they're never gonna get. So you know, it's always good to bring up.
I think the thing with him is more about the fact that Leon Rose was his actual agent before, and his contract is ending, and Leon Rose has a team, and Leon Rose has the pieces to trade for a guy like that at the big man position. So that's why it's scary when you want to have these conversations, because now I'm like, well, how much do they really want Embiid? Do they still want Embiid that much after this? You know what I'm saying? Like, and talent is talent.
Yeah.
They're gonna give him an off season to get better as well, and you know, even though, you know, whatever it is happens. So now you got to have a kind of similar situation to like Amari. When Amari came in after the injury, you pay him all of that money. He comes in, you sign him. And then, like, you got to deal with the injuries for, like, the entirety of his Knicks tenure.
Yeah.
But Amari wasn't in his 30s.
Jesus. That just makes it sound even worse. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why it gets scarier. Like,
but also, Embiid wouldn't have to carry the team here.
I mean, Amari didn't have to carry the team, and he still couldn't play a lot.
He had to carry it. Oh, you talking about like after
Melo got here.
Melo? Okay.
I mean, and Melo got here halfway through the first year Amari was here. Amari didn't even get the whole year before Melo got here. So, I mean, the entirety of Amari's career, Melo was here except for the first 4 months, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And he still couldn't last. You know what I'm saying? With all of the help that Melo was bringing us. Melo was carrying the team on his back.
Yeah. He was also doing stupid things like punching
the fire hydrant.
The fire glass.
The emergency break glass joint. That's what it's supposed to do, you dummy.
Insert to injury.
Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know. Just
it's emergency break glass here. Yeah, this is stupid shit. Playoffs. No playoffs.
Embiid makes me very nervous.
And that's the thing. So you got to deal with Embiid being hurt, and Leon Rose probably damn near giving him a whole like, listen, you're coming here, man. Like, and at that point, once you make that kind of deal and you start angling all of your assets towards that, you can't just back out of that deal because now who you gonna go for?
But guys, you want to know what's incredible about Joel Embiid? When I watch him play, he always looks hurt.
Always. I mean,
right?
everything he does.
I never watch a Sixers game where like I'm like, oh, he's fully healthy. Like, and he's averaging 35 points per game, and he always looks injured.
I like
he always
that.
looks like he's about to get in.
Cool. That's cool though. That's really cool.
That is. But I'm just saying that's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. It's very. I mean, I don't want to sit here and say when we have a chance to get an MVP caliber player, I don't want to do it. Yeah, I don't want him. I'm just saying because I was for the Embiid shit before this meniscus.
A year ago, bro, I had no doubts.
Now
I'm another knee surgery.
How many games they saying he gonna miss? They just said a little surgery.
He might miss the rest of the season. There's a possibility that he won't come back this season.
They could forget it.
They're also not counting out that he can come back before the season ends. Like, come on, bro.
But when he come back, if he come back before the season ends, like, is he gonna be looking like he always looked? Because he always looks hurt. You know?
Yeah. I mean, at this point though, this is Joel Embiid. This is his final year as a Sixer. He's going to be a free agent. You know he's going to come back and try to do something in the playoffs so that he just doesn't like. This is also his tryout for the next team.
Wait, is he a free agent after this year?
Isn't he a free agent? Doesn't he?
Nah, no way, bro.
I was gonna say I haven't heard that.
Hold on,
bro. Now you're gonna have me look. Go to Sports Track, bro.
Ooh, sorry guys.
It's all good. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, Steph had 60 the other night in the L.
Let's see.
Why everybody that scores 60 lose?
Yo, it just seems like it don't even matter no more. Like, go ahead, you can score.
I'm bugging. I'm so wrong. Did he just?
Yeah, because he signed an extension like either last year or the year before.
Okay, so that's what it was. I'm tripping. I'm so tripping. But like I said, it's at the point now where they're starting to talk about trading him every season. Like it's not like, all right.
Would you take
at this point?
But are they actually talking about? I never heard Philly talk about trading him though. I just hear his name and rumors.
Yeah, but
and mostly connected to the Knicks.
No, now my thought is as the Sixers front office, what do you do? Like, all right, how many years are we gonna go with Joel Embiid being our best player and he's hurt before his value dips below what it is already right now? You know what I'm saying? Which is, he's still an MVP caliber player, but is he going to continue to stay hurt and be an MVP caliber player? Like, can we really count on that?
I don't know.
Nah, you can't count on it. Like, you never know. I think that's what makes Joe scary, because you just don't know.
Yeah,
because he's 29 right now, guys.
Yeah,
he'll be 30 next season.
Hold on, y'all. Got a call.
He gonna be an old 30.
I mean, these guys, they're big guys, so their bodies, they're constantly running around up and down the courts and working out. Like they take a hit.
He gonna be an old 30.
He came into the league injured too. Like, everything about Joel frightens me.
I don't like the idea of having Joel Embiid because of those injuries, because like the big man, you got the feet, the knees, everything with the legs is always like some torn. I don't think dudes that big is designed to be moving around like they do in the NBA. They should be wearing a brace even when they don't have a problem that they need. But you know what I mean? It just seems like he's a big dude. I'm surprised that he went this long without an injury. I've been watching the games and I'm like, this dude's still healthy. But if they talk, what they said, huh?
Wasn't he like limping in the Knicks game when we played him?
I don't remember seeing that.
He started like limping around at one point. Like, yo, it's always something wrong with him.
That boy. I don't know. That's why when they say get Joel Embiid, I'm like, you got to count that he's not going to be there for at least 20, 25, 30 games in any given season. That's just how it goes.
That's spooky to me, bro. Because basically, you bring him here, and all you could do is pray, like, okay, he's ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's it. But that's what they're saying about well, when we get Julius back, that's not supposed to be. They say we can breathe because it's not going to be months, but he'll be back in like a few weeks or whatever the case may be.
But it's like even if he comes back, is he going to be on like a minutes restriction or something? They're going to slow him down?
Maybe initially, yeah.
But guys, here's the thing though. So that's something that we didn't talk about. Like we didn't really get in depth with the Julius thing. So Julius comes back, right? So you're talking about a dude who hurt his right shoulder severely, obviously, right? Enough to where he's going to be out for a long time. The way Julius plays, similar to the way Jalen Brunson plays, like that front shoulder, bro, like that right shoulder is a weapon.
Yeah.
So now you're telling me that are we getting back the same guy who was like a battering ram and just bashing guys with that right shoulder and like creating separation, or are we getting back the jump shooter from the playoffs from last year?
Which is that version of Julius I don't want.
That's not a good player. Yeah, that's not a good player.
It's concerning. It's concerning to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Is he gonna feel comfortable lowering that shoulder and doing what he's been doing all year?
I mean, if there's one thing I'm gonna be honest about, if there's one guy in the league who would, it's Julius Randle.
He's a tough motherfucker.
He's tough as fuck.
He's a pretty strong dude.
He's tough as hell, and you know what I mean.
Not just strong, but like tough.
Tough, like mentally tough. Like he doesn't care about a lot of
I wouldn't say mentally tough, but he's tough.
Nah, I think he's mentally tough, bro. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be here. He wouldn't be here if he wasn't.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like he
mental fortitude, but mentally tough.
Nah, New York would have ate him alive if he wasn't, bro.
Yeah, New York is a little. Almost New York is just a different animal than what a lot of people are used to. So when a lot of people have to deal with, they don't know how to handle it. They don't understand that it's love at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people, like, let's be honest. Have we always been the biggest Julius Randle fans here? Like, not all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been through the thick and the thin of all of the dumb shit that he's done. So when we get to this point, now I'm like, shit, ain't shit Julius can really do to piss me off that much anymore, because we've seen a lot of dumb shit from Julius. And this is the best version of Julius Randle.
Absolutely. I haven't seen him better.
Yeah, the best version of Julius Randle that I have seen. Joe,
Joe, tell whoever that's in the back, like, yo, excuse me. Excuse me, watch out.
How you gonna say watch out?
Oh, all right, yeah, cool. Because I was just about to be like, yo, like,
yo, he is stupid.
Yo, watch out. I know it's the curve and everything, but like.
Yeah, I say you in the shop, bro.
Yo, that's funny. That's stupid. Yo,
over there a little bit.
Oh man, that's funny shit. But anyway, I forgot what I was even saying now. We've reached that point. I think we've talked about enough for this week. Now let's talk about what's coming up. Let's talk about this next week. We're gonna try to do more weekly shows instead of after every show. Like it got a little crazy. Let's be honest. It's hard to keep up with. But we're gonna try to stick with the weekends if we can. Get one show in for the week and cover all of the games of that given week. And so we're going to talk about the future games. So on Tuesday we play. Who is it we play on Tuesday? Hold on, I just had it up here.
Yeah, the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies on Tuesday.
That's a dub.
Gonna bust that ass.
Gonna bust that ass.
Who
Mavericks
else?
on Thursday.
Bust that ass, gonna be a good one.
We gotta get the Mavericks back because they got one off. The game.
We getting OG back.
All right.
Didn't we beat the Mavs last match?
Oh, no, they beat us.
They beat us because
remember Tim Hardaway went nuts.
Tim Hardaway went nuts, and Kyrie Irving hit that last shot.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But the real problem was that Tim Hardaway went nuts.
It was really
like Kyrie.
Kyrie
fine.
I used to play for y'all. I got to get y'all back. It's been years now, so he a chump. They got to be ready for it.
Why he got to keep trying to get us back though? Like let it go, bro.
Let it go.
At this point, let that shit go and play regular ball. Why are you shooting on L now? You ain't never shot that good.
I just want OG back, bro. I know we ain't gonna get Julius back, but if OG is there, I have faith we could beat anybody. I don't know what it is with that dude. He just makes me feel like we could beat whoever the hell we gonna beat that with.
Can y'all rate that trade for me? Like, what did y'all think before the trade, and what did y'all think about the trade after? If you rated it at like a C+, I mean, you already know how I felt about RJ, and it's not even that I think RJ is terrible, but when you see what happened when we got this guy, he fits in so perfectly. It was stupid to have RJ as long as we had him. I mean, with somebody like OG and Anunoby out there. I mean, he's just like perfect for that position.
I mean, like I said, if we're talking about fit, I mean, there's no question about who's a better fit. You know what I'm saying? Like he fit this team more. Now, if you made that trade 3 years ago, I'm not necessarily sure that it would have fit as much because Jalen being here really made this team really come together because they started to build around him. They brought in Josh Hart, they brought in Dante DiVincenzo. So it made the unit that was just the last infinity stone that you kind of really needed. Like OG was that last piece, but I think it was just at that perfect time. Now, at the same time, when we made the trade, of course, everybody knows I was a big RJ fan, but prior to, I don't know if you remember, we did a show. I forgot when it was.
Why was he? I don't understand.
But I was saying to y'all in the chat, excuse me, my bad. I was saying to y'all in the chat, and I was like, yo, I think it's RJ is gonna be going soon. Like I'm starting to feel like it's not something's happening. Like, you know what I mean? Like I kind of felt it. Like RJ was playing bad, the fit didn't work. Julius and Jalen Brunson was balling, and something was still missing. I said RJ is gonna be gone. He's their most valuable piece at this point.
I want you to remember really quick when we got Jalen, I was like the person that's gonna suffer the most as far as the scoring on like who's 1, 2, and 3 was RJ Barrett.
Right.
I remember feeling that way, and I said it in the podcast because when you could see when they show what Jalen Brunson can do. So he was like, I didn't know he was gonna be the one. But now it's clear he's the one. Julius is the 2. Yeah. Julius showed us he could be the 2 when we had what was the twin brother?
Marcus Morris.
Oh, Marcus Morris.
He had Marcus Morris, who was like the 1, and then he was the 2. So I don't think Julius is like a 1.
Right.
I think Julius is like a 2, probably a 3, depending on who you have. But he's like the 2. Jalen Brunson is the 1, and it was RJ Barrett was the 3 on some nights.
Right. Right.
He wasn't even a 3 on every night. He was like the 3 some nights, and it was looking like
sometimes it looked like
quickly was
quickly.
Yeah, it was quickly.
Yeah.
That's why everybody. When you listen to any Knicks fan I talk to, everybody's like, yeah, we got rid of RJ. Damn, I ain't want to let go quickly.
Yeah, I mean, even me. Yeah, I knew RJ was gonna be gone, but I was like, damn, we didn't have to get rid of quickly with it. Yeah. But at the same time, when you looked at it, they didn't re-sign. They didn't sign him.
It was in the cards.
Yeah, like you kind of knew it was gonna happen.
I think he knew it too, because even in the post game interviews when they would talk to him, he'd be like, I just want to play the best basketball. Like it's like they let him know, like, yo, we're pulling up on a trade.
We exploring some options.
You're gonna be in talks for it. So we just want to let you know.
And I said it to Joe many times. I think the most simplest explanation from the front office could have just been, listen, bro,
value.
Just paid Jalen Brunson $100 million. To pay another, you're worth at least 80 to 90 mil. Let's be real. We're gonna pay 2 point guards that much money. Like, it just doesn't make sense for you to do as a franchise. You know what I mean? Which is exactly why when the Warriors did the same shit with when they signed Jordan Poole, they went and traded him like damn near right away. You know what I'm saying? Because
especially Cat, when I think the Knicks are kind of looking at Hartenstein like, okay, we need to be able to bring this guy. Because fact of the matter is this, right? There are no other Emmanuel Cookies out there, right? He's one of one. But there are a number of guys, like microwave guys, who could come in off your bench and score a bunch of points, right? You could find that guy. You're probably not going to find a guy that's going to impact the defensive end like Quickly did, but you could find a guy who can come off your bench and score. I think the Knicks are basically hedging their bets like, yo, look, we'll find a guy at some point who could solidify our bench again and come off the bench and go nuts and score some points. We're not going to find a backup center like Isaiah Hartenstein.
Right.
Just aren't, bro.
No. He's arguably not even backup.
We can't lose two of those.
You're right, Dre. He's probably the starter moving forward for all we know.
But, I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. Because I mean, when you bring Mitch back, do you start him over Hartenstein?
No, not this year. At least not this year. Whatever happens next year happens next year. But right now, I think that you
gotta start him. You can't have Mitch come off the bench.
Nah, bro. I think especially because of the limited minutes anyway.
I think the Knicks will have an excuse. The Knicks will have an excuse to bring him off the bench this year.
Yeah, this year.
Next year, though.
Not next year. Next year, you have to make a decision.
Yeah, you got to make a decision. Exactly.
And the thing is, they're best friends. Like, let's be honest.
He wouldn't even sweat it neither.
They're literally
exactly. It's not going to be like There's not going to be like a huge ego involved in this situation.
Can you imagine you got Mitch off the bench blocking shots like that? Like, you should be killing him if he's off the bench. Right. Either one of them.
Right.
I mean, if they come up with an agreement saying, "Listen, we'll let you do a little of the stuff you want to do if you come off the bench," maybe he'll go for it.
I think,
but
maybe they'll make it work.
You want to know that
because they don't have any issues with each other and they actually want to stay around each other. I can see that working.
Yeah.
But you want to know something though? Like a lot of people are saying you can't move Hartenstein back to the bench. Like I actually think that the bench needs him more than the starting lineup needs him.
I get that, but I think if you put him back on the bench, I think that makes him look elsewhere even more.
Nah, I don't think so. I think he'll be happy to do it.
Yeah, I don't think
he'll be
so
happy
either.
to do it. I don't think he's that type of player. I think he loves the culture. I think he loves playing with this team. And so I think
he would
want that over
talking about guys who are betting their lives and contracts and careers. This would be his first big contract, y'all. You have to understand this is not just a regular contract signing for Isaiah Hartenstein. This is his big payday.
Yeah.
Is his big payday.
Yeah.
What is his contract right now? He makes like 4 or 5 mil?
Nah, he makes $9 million.
Oh, $9 million. $9 million. Okay.
Yeah.
This is his first like real payday.
You're right.
So I mean, I think as much as he wants to be here, he does want to get paid. But if he can balance the both, I think I can see him balancing the both.
But if he feels that he can win here, it doesn't make sense to go after the money.
That's what I'm saying.
You
get bonuses anyway when you win.
Especially if you're gonna stay here and not get to play the way you want to play anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, right.
This is what I think. I think that he has now found a perfect balance here in New York where he has the green light to do all of the things that he's really good at and utilize his skills, while also being a Tom Thibodeau center, right? And all of the things that come with being a Tom Thibodeau center, all of those thankless things that come with that.
And he gets to play with 2 All-Stars.
Exactly. I think he values that, bro, and I think that he values winning in New York.
Yeah,
I agree. I think so too. You could tell he loves his team.
But you know
he's on a 2-year, $18 million.
You're right though, because this is his big. He may not get another big one after this. There's injuries. There's a lot of things that can come into play. He's going to be older, so I hear you, and that may factor.
You got to take that into consideration, and I think they do as well. I think they like him that much. Personally,
I think they love him. I think they love
him. Yeah, they love this. They love this dude, bro. They see, first of all, like everyone that gets around him, bro. Like it's like he's family with them. Like he did the same thing with Precious that he did with Mitch. You know what I'm saying? The moment Precious got here, he's been treating him the same way he was treating Mitch. So I mean, those are the kind of guys you keep in your locker room, bro. Yeah, those are the kind of guys you keep in your locker room. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, we talked. Like I said, Tuesday Grizzlies, Thursday Mavericks, Saturday we see the Pacers again.
Pacers, yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be fun. I know, and that's gonna be back at the Garden. All of these games are at the Garden.
Wow.
So I mean,
we home. We trying to get that record up.
And after that, we got a nice little road trip, though, a little 3-game swing.
Yeah, 3-game with the Rockets, Magic, and the Sixers, which we have to take care of business. We need OG, and I say this one thing because I remember Joe and I had this conversation. You all right over there, Joe?
We needed a quick one before he said before this shit ends.
Lost my headphones, bro. Yo, why y'all like this, yo?
Yo, why? Oh God. Yo, oh man,
I miss yo, your camera was on, stupid.
Oh man.
No, I'm playing. All right.
You gotta pause the camera for a quick second.
Yeah, it's like one of them Zoom call shit.
Yeah, it was like one of those moments we had a brain lapse. Like, before we go.
Yeah, I think that was the best laugh all night, man.
Oh, that's good shit right there. Oh man, that's good stuff. Like I said,
it's good to be back.
It's good to be back. I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all. I miss y'all for real. I miss y'all, man, for real. Real talk. Oh man, so let me just get this point out of here.
Be professionals, guys.
Yes, what we did speak about prior to. I mean, this could have been a couple months ago. At this point, salute Knicks are nice. Salute. Is the injury history of OG Anunoby, right? And that was something that we did speak about. And how much when he does miss time, he misses time. Like he doesn't just miss a game here or there. Like he's gonna be out for a little while for something. You know what I'm saying? It's just
you missed the beginning of the show. We went through that already.
Listen, bro, dumb late, man. You got locked in early.
The injury history of OG Anunoby. I just hope that this is not something that we have to continue. That he doesn't continue having an issue with. You know what I mean?
He will. He will.
I hope not.
That was the only thing that I didn't like about the trade.
Yeah.
That he was injury prone. I think we talked about this, and it happens. But when he's on the court, man, it's great to have him.
Since he's been here, bro.
Well, I think that's why the Knicks are not in a hurry to bring him back because they're like Julius is already out. Julius is going to be out for a while. Yeah. Let's make sure that when we bring him back, that like he's back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think once we get to the point where we're in the playoffs, I think a lot of these knick-knack injuries, I think he'll deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like he looks like a tough guy. You know what I mean? I don't think he's soft. I highly doubt OG Anunoby's soft. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that you do want to make sure he doesn't gas himself out before the playoffs get here because that's a playoff guy. That's a playoff guy. And you know that whether he's hurt or not, he will play in the playoffs because he's just one of those kind of guys. And you don't want him to play like that while he's being hurt. So if you got to rest him throughout the season here or there, what's it, 4 games? Hopefully it's not 5. Like we need to get him back for this, especially for the road trip. Like that's something that, I want to see him back this week. Because he's very crucial to our defense. Like I do I like Josh Hart. I like Dante DiVincenzo, but when he's out there, the athleticism,
Yep.
The defense,
yeah, man.
The
spacing, because he can hit the corner three, and you gotta guard him out there.
Guard him.
You're gonna pull a guy out there.
It's not an easy task,
right? And if you sag off of him, he can hit the three, or he can hit you with the head fake and goodbye you. And he's athletic enough to take you to the basket with him and he'll put you in the rim. So he's very, very crucial to this team, and I think no matter who, if we want to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, which I think is the goal, I think at minimum that is the goal of this of the franchise right now. Let's get to the Eastern Conference Finals, because let's be honest,
attainable.
Yeah, it's attainable. The only team that I'm really, really worried about might be the Boston Celtics. Yeah, and let's be honest,
it should be.
When
they're not invincible.
They're not invincible. And you already know you got.
But you're talking series.
Yeah, and in a series too. Like if you're talking about in a series, it's very different. But at the same time, I've seen them in crucial series before. They don't look like they know how to handle business.
It's different this year though, because
it is different.
They actually have a point guard.
They actually do have a point guard. They do have a point guard.
Cohesive offense, like I seen them. Right. They're no joke. They deserve to be in first place right now. It's not lucky.
Absolutely,
they're a tough team.
The only thing that will stop them is the health of one guy, because they did make that trade for Porzingis, and we know if Porzingis isn't there, that changes the whole spacing and how you can guard that team. When that team has Porzingis and he's healthy,
their defense, changes everything, bro.
Changes everything. Yeah. Now, if you're dealing with an injury with that guy, your success is based off of the health of Kristaps Porzingis. Because as far as I'm concerned, he makes them deadly if he's healthy. He just does.
The thing about Boston, where I say like these guys could be had if they're not careful, is they're heavily dependent on a 3-point shot.
Yeah,
like their literal philosophy. What's the guy's name?
Tatum?
Nah, not Tatum.
Oh, the coach?
Joe Mazzulla.
Mazzulla. His literal philosophy is, if we shoot more threes than you, like, we'll beat you.
Mm-hmm. Stick with that.
So, yeah, and I feel like Tibbs has a coaching advantage against him. It's a talent deficit, but I feel like Tibbs has a coaching advantage against him.
Right.
Because, like Kendrick Perkins said, if you put Joe Mazzulla's brain in a bird, it'll fly backwards.
If you want the bird,
you put Joe Mazzulla's brain in a bird, it'll fly backwards. I was just like,
that is crazy. What the hell, bro?
So I feel like
Kendrick is
like they're not invincible. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Like
right.
If the Knicks have full strength, I feel like a lot of people could be had, bro.
I think, and that's the thing.
Yeah. So nice.
Wow, could you imagine? I think
no.
We mentioned this earlier. I did mention this earlier. I think a lot of the reason why they're not rushing to make a move is because I think the Kyle Lowry move is an actual move that they would make. I really feel like that's something that they would make.
I would be mad.
You know what Fred Cat said?
I don't want that.
Fred Cat said when it comes to like anything, like trades, extensions, stuff like that, he was like, these guys are master procrastinators, like some of the worst procrastinators you'll meet in your life. And they believe in deadlines. So with that being said, don't be surprised. I mean, it's possible something happens tomorrow, but don't be surprised if nothing happens till like 2:59 on like February 8th at 2:59. Don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I definitely believe it. I personally, they're gonna wait until they get the right move. They're not gonna rush to make any move. I don't really see them making the Jordan Clarkson move. I don't see them making, simply because it's Danny Ainge. And Danny Ainge is gonna try to fleece us for Jordan Clarkson.
And I heard they love him too. So they're not gonna just give him up.
They're not just gonna give him up. Yeah. Stay far away from Utah. So he's
helping them win games.
Yeah. And and that's, I don't think he's a piece that they're gonna keep, long term because I do think they have to make a decision at some point. But he is their most valuable piece to trade at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anyone's really clamoring for Colin Sexton at this point. Larry Markkinen, I do think they do have a good piece, but I don't think he's on their trade market. I think that's the guy that they're trying to keep. So they're going to try to get as much as they can for Jordan Clarkson if they trade him, and I don't want us to be part of that deal. We see how they get. So I think it limits us to DeJounte Murray and a few other guys. I mean, not DeJounte Murray. Malcolm Brogdon. I think it's Malcolm Brogdon. It's
Brogdon, it's Brown, it's Murray, and I don't think it's anything else, honestly. Just because when you talk contractual wise, like those are the three that make the most sense.
Makes the most
and
sense.
Everything else. And Clarkson makes sense too. But I heard that according to everybody, the price is extremely high.
Yeah, and like I said, with Ainge, I'm good. So the Knicks tonight, so yeah, they're waiting till the last minute. So we're gonna be here all week waiting for the news. I'll be on Twitter every day until something happens. But until then, they're gonna, hopefully
make it do what it do.
Hopefully they can continue to win games so that it doesn't get more pressing for them to make a move. I do want this team to get that win, to get that loss out of their system. Not every team is going to play defense the way Anthony Davis and LeBron can on a team that's depleted. I don't think they win that game if we're at full strength. Even if OG's there, I don't think they win that game.
Hurry up, Pat.
Yeah, it's time to go. But yeah, like I said, we got Grizzlies, Mavericks, Pacers. I think those are all three games that we can win. We can start a new streak. Let's get another non-game winning streak.
I mean, we had trouble with Orlando the last time, no?
We did, but
Orlando was tough for us.
That was before OG.
And there was no Brunson in that game. No Brunson
and no OG. I think that was before the OG trade. What?
Nah, it wasn't before the OG trade, but it was after the OG trade, but Brunson.
It was before he played.
No Brunson, and then it was when Brunson missed those 2 games, and then Julius was there. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Well, hopefully
we were winning that game, but then we just couldn't score in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and this guy, Paulo Banchero, went fucking apeshit. But that's what he does.
I like that kid.
And Deuce McBride was the point guard.
Yeah. Well,
nice.
that nice way to end it. Clearly, we're gonna need some help here. Hopefully, we're in a equally good mood next week. We have a good week, and y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for tuning into the Garden Knicks podcast. I missed y'all, fellas. Good having a nice little session with y'all tonight.
Man, it was great.
Yes, sir.
It's real love, man. Y'all have a good one. Chat. Peace to the chat. Everybody that was in here. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Until then, y'all have a good one. Peace.
And like, comment, and subscribe, please. Thank you.
Please.
Smash that like button. Look, right on time.
Right on time. All right, y'all.